red and blue, purple light, friends. Red and blue, purple light, friends. Facts. Red and blue, purple light, friends. Red and blue, purple light, friends. Facts. You can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to Melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land, focused on the ego. Then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we're stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love. To the family, peace, love, and light. To the family, peace, love, and light. To the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours, peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, welcome to Melanin Mondays. This is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar, reporting live, indirect. What's happening? You know what I'm talking about? How's everybody doing? Peace, love, and light. Let me know how we sounding on the audio. Let me know how the audio is sounding and whatnot before we get started and get retarded, you know what I'm saying, and do what we do. You feel me? That song that you just heard right there, that right there, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Facts remix by the 44 Tops. Okay, by the 44 Tops. Shout out to the 44 Tops. Yeah, the audio is crispy. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. I need to have a long conversation with y'all. Maybe not tonight, you know what I'm saying? But we got to figure out what we're going to do with this song. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like I'm leaving $1 billion on the table and whatnot. You feel me? Something got to be done with this song. The album is almost on the way, but this song been burning since the summer, and I don't want to be sitting on, you know what I mean? Like, so not tonight though. But we're gonna soon have a conversation. We're gonna have a town hall meeting about what we finna do with this classic right here. This shit needs to be up. This shit could be number one on iTunes if we push it the right way. So let's go ahead and do the roll call. See who is in the building. We got San Francisco checking in. Shout out to the San Fran family. Salute, breh. All right. We got Chicago, of course. It wouldn't be a show if Chicago didn't type in. Like, what's with all of the Chicago love? I must be a legend in the Chi. You know what I'm talking about? Because every night, every time I pull up, the Chi is there. The H-Town is there. Spin City, what up? Brr. Yo, yeah, they are going crazy over these tickets, Spin City, for this class that we got coming up. This 4-week workshop. The people are responding positively. Was it something that you said or something? I don't know. But the people they pulling up. You know what I mean? We're going to be lit on Wednesday for this AI class, and I'm very enthusiastic about that. I'm very enthusiastic. Spin City is tapping in from Cali. Los Angeles is tapping in. The CPT, LBC, West Side. What the hell? What's going on? It's like TDE is in the building or something. What's happening? Massachusetts. They need a video, right? I mean, give me a vision of the video. I need like a storyboard. We'll be bell bottoms. We doing, you see at my sideburns, I got my lamb chops growing in. What are we gonna do? The lamb chops? You know what I'm saying? What are we gonna do? You know what I mean? How we gonna twerk this thing? You know what I'm saying? Are we gonna have some twerking in the video? Are we doing butterfly collars? Is it the 1950s look or is it the 1960s look? Is it the 1940s look? Am I coming out with a conch? Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? I just need to know the aesthetics before we move forward. SoCal, by way of New Orleans up in this bitch. Listen, my New Orleans family, did y'all get the word? Have y'all heard? Are they talking about this on Bourbon Street, my genius? You know what I mean? This shit is lit, right? You know what I mean? Are they talking about Melanin Mondays coming to New Orleans? Because they talking about it in my email. You know what I mean? They pulling up on the tickets, they selling and whatnot. Are they talking about KTL in the New Orleans, man? Melanin Mondays, New Orleans, Super Bowl Monday, huh? Super Bowl Monday. Hold on, we gotta throw the Super Bowl Monday, my G. And I promise you, I'm not one of them opportunist type of people and whatnot. This shit was booked before they started doing terrorist attack. I shit you not, on guard. You know what I mean? I've been tapped in. You know what I'm saying? I've been tapped in. I knew I had to be out there. So we went ahead and booked it. So it's gonna be a lot to talk about on that Monday up in Itel Gardens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, that right there. I'm excited about that. Because I promise you, I told y'all before, New Orleans, when I went out there, it just spoke to my spirit. You know what I mean? It was an awakening. I had an awakening all the way back in 2005 out there. So we're gonna be on 810 North Claiborne Avenue. 810 North Claiborne Avenue with Juvie and them niggas. Bahamas is in the building. Durham is in the building. Durham, North Carolina. Pardon me for being so excited. It's just it's Monday. I don't get out much, so it's Monday, and this is what we do on Mondays and shit. We get a little exuberant. Oklahoma stand up, Ohio stand up, Hartford stand up. You know what I'm saying? Ireland stand up, Bahamas stand up, Florida stand up, Mississippi, MISSSSS. Yeah, all of y'all. Yes, the Kings are coming to New Orleans for shit show. We pulling up. I need y'all to be in the building. I don't know if you ever been to Idle Gardens. They got a balcony, like it's 2 stories inside of the restaurant. Y'all could be on a balcony, like hooting and hollering, or you could be right there on the floor with us. But we finna turn up. You know what I'm saying? We bringing that energy to the New Orleans family. You know what I mean? Kendrick is gonna set it off and we're gonna finish it. Portugal in the building, global. Yeah, the Moors is definitely here. Harlem, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be right if Harlem wasn't here. When we start, like if I ever do a show and Harlem don't show up and North Carolina don't show up, Houston don't show up, in Chicago, something is going on. We got to check the fucking, I don't know. The world might be coming to an end or something. You know what I mean? Because those are some definite states that are always rocking out. And of course, the D, pause. What up, though? I see y'all doing good in the Super Bowl, right? I want y'all to be out there. You know what I'm saying? I would love, and Virginia, but of course, let me not leave out Virginia. You feel me? Can't leave out Virginia all day. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn, that goes without saying. Brooklyn and Harlem, that goes without saying. You already know what it is. Shout out to the hometown. And Philly, Mystic Philly. Look, tonight we have Philly's finest. You know what I mean? You know, I couldn't start the new year without bringing my brethren into the building. You feel me? I gotta bring Ross Ben on deck. Why? Because shit is going crazy in 2025. God damn it. You would think that they would turn down, but they didn't get the memo. They turned up. 2025 is up and it's stuck. I don't know what the hell is in the goddamn air. It's fucking fog is following niggas. You know what I'm saying? They got the fucking, it's all kind of shit going on. I promise you, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get into it. My good brother came through and predicted a lot of this stuff. So we're just gonna touch on it. For those who did not see the lecture that we did, no worries. We're not gonna keep y'all left out and whatnot. We don't rock like that. Information is free for the KTLians. We're gonna spread the love and we're gonna get into it. Brother Rich got a powerful show coming up at 9:30. You know what I mean? Y'all might want to pivot from this show and head over there. He got a big announcement for something that he'll be doing very soon as well. You know what I'm saying? It will have a part. We're gonna have a part to play with in that. So make sure that y'all pull up and tap in with Brother Rich, Black Magic 363. Okay. Yeah, this cold weather shit is crazy. You said the Midwest is snowed in. Oh man. God, Lord have mercy. The link for the NO show is in the description. I'll drop it in the chat real quick. The link for the NO show is in the description and whatnot. And of course, you know, it's like maybe 50 people that could fit up in there before that shit is super packed. So you don't want to miss out. You want to be able to get your ticket. We're going to have vendors. We're going to have food. We're going to have beverages. We're even going to have a little bit of entertainment. Look, let me see if the temperature is still the same. The shit is 32 degrees in Atlanta. How about that? You said it's 23. Let me get a weather check everywhere where y'all at. Let's just see. It's January the 6th. Let's see if this Arctic shit is real and whatnot. Let's see if the polar front is real. Well, let me get a weather check wherever y'all are at. You know what I mean? Because I'm not getting used to this type of shit. I literally moved up out of I moved up out of the cold weather so I could be in some type of warm climate. You feel me? Because I do identify as a solar being and whatnot. And that's not. Did the year in review ticket holders? Yes, check your email. Everybody got an email for the replay. Check your email. It's there. You know what I mean? We took care of everybody. And everybody who ordered those 9 shirts, the shirts with the 9 on it, that shit is coming as well. You know what I mean? So everybody from that thank you everybody who pulled up. All of the KTLians. Y'all was in the building deep and whatnot. Y'all had us showing out for this thing right here. No. For this thing right here. Y'all had me and Ross Ben showing out. You know what I mean? And we appreciate every single one of y'all. So yeah, that part. Decatur, Georgia, 30 degrees. Philly, 30 degrees. Chicago, 25 degrees. Look, this where you niggas are supposed to be. Phoenix, Kissimmee, Georgia, 71. It's not, it's 58 is not too bad. 58, Sacramento. Phoenix at a good 67 degrees, tapping in. Alabama, you niggas crazy. I know y'all going bonkers out here. Y'all are not used to New York weather in Alabama. I promise you. 74 degrees in Fort Lauderdale. Pack my bags. Let's go. Now I know where I need to be living. You feel me? Next year, maybe even this year, Operation Florida. I'm gonna be one of these crazy Florida niggas because I'm kind of, you know, this Atlanta chilly. This shit is like New York, man. I don't see the difference. It's really not too much of a difference. Atlanta has slowly become New York. For real, for real. Jersey is 29 degrees, 23 in Cleveland. And I was in Cleveland. That's a different type of cold. Bone chilling. East Flatbush, 30 degrees. Look, it's 30 degrees in Flatbush and it's 32 degrees where I'm at in Atlanta. Make it make sense. We never went through no shit. This is not normal. New Atlanta gets cold, but it does not get cold. It's not supposed to be cold like this. My G said it's 32 degrees in Commerce, Georgia. Like, if it starts snowing and shit, the whole city finna shut down and they're gonna go bonkers. 23 degrees in Boston. Damn, I feel for y'all. 21 in Flint Town. 26 in Tulsa. 23 in the D. It's so cold in the D. 28 degrees in NYC. Man. Tallahassee, 44. And look at Miss Mary Mac stunting. She like, shit, it's 72 degrees in Claremont. I don't know what y'all going through. I remember being in Miami on Christmas Day with a pair of shorts on and a wife beater, calling niggas in New York like, y'all all right? I forgot it was Christmas. This was years ago, of course. I forgot it was Christmas. It didn't feel nothing like Christmas. They didn't have no trees up, no fake snow. The whole Christmas spirit was not in Miami when I was out there one year. The shit was, I mean, somebody had to remind me that it was Christmas Day. It felt nothing like it, you know? 56 in San Fran, yikes. 38, 14, oh my goodness. The fuck? What you near? You near Antarctica? The hell? Look, all of the Miami people fronting, talk your shit, man. Talk your shit. It's literally, look at everything is in the 30s. This nigga said Kansas City. Are you serious? Okay, it's warm in Portugal. I'm just taking a survey to know where I need to be. I need to move further down south. And whenever hurricane season starts smacking shit, I just need to get a spirit flight up out of there. You know what I mean? I need to have what do you call that? I need to have some per diem with Spirit. You know what I'm talking about? I need to have a little a voucher so I could get up out of there when the goddamn hurricanes come. But other than that, I am a tropical person. I don't, you know what I mean? I need the heat in my life. A nigga bones start hurting. You know what I'm not 18 no more. A nigga bones start hurting in the cold weather. You feel me? I start dysfunctioning like a bad robot. You know what I mean? 22 in Indianapolis. Oh, this is cuddle weather. Y'all cuddled up? What we doing? Are y'all cuddled up in this type of weather? Or y'all just hugging? Or y'all got the warm side of the pillow? Making love to the warm side of the pillow. This is definitely cuddle season. I hope you niggas got busy in December with your DM game and whatnot. I hope Shorty that didn't pop the balloon, you laid up with her right now. Because that's the type of weather we on. You know what I mean? Tax season around the corner. Let me stop. Miami is Metro Caribbean. Yo, Miami, I promise you, I hit a blunt when I was in Miami. I thought I was in Cuba. You feel me? A lizard ran across my feet. I'm looking at palm trees. I was like, do I need a passport to be out here? A nigga, I forgot that I was in America. It's super tropical. I promise you. Miami is like you will forget that you in America. I promise you. Real talk. We cuddled up with look, Tony. You gonna have me sending you free tickets to shit, man. She said we cuddled up with KTL. That's a W right there. That's a W comment. You know what I mean? I love that right there. You feel me? So we're gonna warm it up. We're gonna warm it up tonight with this information. You feel me? We got my good brother Ross Ben pulling up on us, and he coming to bring that heat. He's coming to bring that heat for show. Real quick before we get to him, just a few announcements, not too many. For my KTL family and the ATL, we do have an event coming up that I need to tell you about. It's the first time me telling you. On MLK weekend, ladies and gentlemen, on MLK weekend, we are going to be hosting our first event at our new spot right here in Atlanta, in Midtown Atlanta, right around the corner from Martin Luther King's home where he lived in the Ebenezer Church. His house is preserved and whatnot. We are right over there on Edgewood, right next to Boulevard, and we're going to be doing a 2-day event called Dreams Manifest, and it's a manifestation workshop. And we encourage all of my creators, anybody who has a dream, you'll walk in that door with a dream, and you're going to walk out of there with a product on God. You're going to walk in with a dream, and you're going to walk out of there with a product, okay? So that's on the 18th to the 20th. It's the whole weekend and whatnot. You have the option of coming in one day, or you could come in for the whole weekend and do what needs to be done and get your shit lit and whatnot. We're going to be talking more about that leading up to it, but it's literally right around the corner, MLK weekend from the 18th to the 20th. Manifestation workshop and whatnot. Then in February, of course, well, before that, this Wednesday, we're starting our 4-week workshop. Our 4-week workshop. This is for my Patreons, but it's also open to everybody else that is part of the KTL family. We are doing an AI accelerated 4.4 4-week workshop with Red Pill and Spin City. Red Pillar and Spin City for the whole month of January. We're going to be teaching you Sora. We're going to be teaching you Kling AI. We're going to be teaching you the Google Deep Research. We're covering everything that's popping right now in the world of AI, because that's booming in 2025. And we're going to get y'all right. You feel me? We are going to get y'all right. Once again, my content creators, my brothers and sisters who want to turn ideas into cash. You want to turn ideas into products. This is the place to be. In February, on the 10th, right? February 10th in New Orleans, Melanin Mondays, hosted by Red Pillar at Itel Garden, 810 North Claiborne Avenue, New Orleans, Louisiana. All right, from the hours of 6 to 10 p.m. That is on a Monday, February 10th. KTL in New Orleans, baby. We turning up. You know what I'm talking about? We turning up. You know what I mean? We might kill a rooster out that bitch. You know what I mean? We gonna bring it. Black magic. That part. Black magic. Black magic. Black magic. And what I mean by that is that, you know, we're gonna be cooking. You feel me? It's time to cook. It's time to cook, because they cooking. They cooking. Who saw that shit today where Kamala got dubbed? She tried to give, she was, they had Kamala working today. God damn it, I ain't see a black woman working that hard in a long ass time. They had Kamala working on the floor of the Congress. She had to swear a senator in. And then she went to give her a pound, and then her husband was standing there like, nigga, I'm not dapping you up. I was like, cold-blooded. These Republicans are cold-blooded. I promise you. I'm trying to tell you, man. Just a little smidgen of what's to come. You know what I mean? Just a little smidgen of what's to come. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit going on. Yeah, she back off of vacay. You know what I mean? I think she, you know, before happy hours, they had her working on Congress on Capitol Hill today, because today is January 6th, right? It is a holiday for all of my patriots and my homeland terrorists and whatnot. This is your day. Today's your day. You know what I mean? This is your day. This is definitely a holiday. This is a Peckerwood holiday, you know, and they had that girl working on a redneck holiday. Man, the price of losing is too much for some people. God damn. Yeah, that definitely was AI Kamala. She looked refreshed. You feel me? The neck wasn't necking. It did that might have been AI. You feel me? They out here pulling big tricks and whatnot. Them people that open AI, you can't trust them. But they had her working, and they got a few clips on her now. They just did that so they could get some content. They got some memes and shit. She got dubbed and whatnot, and you should see her face. She was able to hold that shit in, but she gave the look like, "Oh, this is what we doing." Yes, ma'am. This is what we doing. You. This is what we doing. This is what we doing, sis. You know what I'm saying? Get used to it. You know what I mean? This is definitely what we doing. Yeah, she wasn't drunk. She was sober as a bat. You know what I'm talking about? She is unburdened. She was unburdened today. You know what I mean? She was definitely unburdened. But yeah, man, that's what's up. It's a bunch of little things that are going on, and we'll get into it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that lady at ESPN. What's her name? Joy. Is her name Joy? Crazy shit that's going on. Shit is crazy, man. But without any further ado, I want to bring to you and I want to welcome to the stage, of course, you feel me? Like we always do around this time. I want to bring to you our good brother, none other than the legend himself. All right, Ross Ben.
There we go. There we go.
There you go. There you go.
Go. Yeah. Let me get my AV straight. Y'all bear with me a second. There we go. All right. Honor and respect. KT Aliens.
Salute. You got extra light today. Well,
yeah. Let me turn it down.
Got the ring light popping. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
A little warm. It's warmer now.
Right. How's everything?
All is well, my brother. You know, just chopping it up with the family. It's always good when we get up in the building. You know, I've been in my morning state all strong and and I've been grieving very heavy. I lost somebody that you know was a good man. You feel me?
Honor.
Yeah.
Journey in the underworld with that grief cycle, growing through grief.
I needed some time just to sit with myself. You know? It isn't. You know what I mean?
So,
but you
my
know,
thoughts and prayers are with you, brother.
I appreciate that.
And you know what? It's ultimately learning our relationship to the ancestors and the ancestries.
Yeah.
So just, and realizing we ain't losing nothing. It's just that the relationship's changing.
Yeah,
the way we interact is changing. And so, but it's still not an easy journey. And there's a lot of pain and struggle in it.
I got a theory.
Yes.
And sometimes my theories are kind of like half, it's like half brain theories, but it's something that's been weighing on me for a lot because the saying that the good die young. We hear that a lot, right? And I've experienced a lot of people in my life, and I just say that they're leaving me. It's not like it's like y'all leaving me. And I have this working theory that and I was able to perfect this theory as I dove further into spirituality, right? And it was explaining, the fact that we live on planes of existence. You know what I'm saying? They have this talk about the seven heavens and whatnot, but there's also talks about the seven hells. And it has never really escaped me that people are literally escaping these planes, and we're calling it death, right? But what if people are graduating from this plane of existence and they're getting pulled up like how we, when we're in school and we graduate
and all of this and that.
Huh?
They talk about the rapture and this and that,
Well, what I'm saying is what we may perceive as a death may be somebody leaving this prison and
And
upgrading
yeah,
to
yeah,
another
yeah,
level
freeing up,
because
going to
these be
the
some good
kingdom of
people.
God and the kingdoms of heaven. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and because of our Christian indoctrination from damn near elementary school, we're under the premise that only bad people leave us.
Nah.
Or we under the premise that you, when you get taken and whatnot, you have to be a bad person or you have to been on some type of evil path. And I'm like, what if what if you on your purpose and you do the work
And
and it's
it's just
over
time.
and it's your time, but where you're going is an upgrade to
Mm,
where we at right here,
mm.
where we dealing with all of this despair, all of this Groundhog Day type of thing where shit is just going in circles. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's what growing through grief is so important. It's because sometimes you might not ask yourself those questions and ponder on those type of theories unless you're growing through grief, you
Well,
know?
I go through this all the time as a Scorpio, but
Mm,
definitely during times of grief, it's a deep introspection. It's a
yeah.
moment that makes me really, because like I'm literally I'm in the gym. You feel me? I'm sitting down eating breakfast. My whiz
Mm,
is like, you
mm,
look like something's wrong. I'm like, bro, I'm grieving,
mm,
but I'm not necessarily grieving. I'm going through the Memorex tape of
mm.
every encounter that I had with the brother,
Yes.
right?
Well,
Every encounter.
they say the way we keep ancestors alive is to think about them and to remember them.
That's right. And that's why I
So,
had that's definitely right. That's why I
yeah,
put his
yeah,
name out
yeah.
there. Buddha, my good brother,
Uh,
you
salute,
know. Yes, yes,
salute,
yes. Buddha genie.
honor, rise in power, good
Yes,
brother.
Buddha genie.
Yeah,
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 they
yeah.
backdoored
And
my
you know
dude
what? When we lose friends, sometimes we gain powerful ancestries. Ones that are on the other side, they know our mission.
for
And
sure.
we give them a little ashe, we give them a little libation or whatever. They get
They
the
know
power on
that
the
you
other
rocking with
side,
them.
and then
Right.
the
That's why I'm
magic
saying it.
happens, you
Huh?
know? The magic happens. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
yeah, what they
feel
say,
me?
what was that? The Sixth Man. Wasn't that a movie, The Sixth Man, back in the day?
Yep.
About the boy that lost his life, but he was the sixth man on the basketball
Oh,
court.
the Sixth Sense?
Nah, the
Oh, the
sixth,
sixth man, like the sixth man on the bench.
yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
check that out. I ain't even know about that.
Oh yeah, you'll love it.
I knew about the Sixth Sense. There
Yeah.
was a period where I was like, yo, am I dead?
Uh,
I thought that there was a period where I was being ignored and shit.
uh,
Like how Bruce Willis was in the Sixth Sense. I was like,
uh.
am I in a fucking loop? I had to check
Well,
myself.
I tell you what, talk about Sixth Sense, right?
Hmm.
That was set here in Philadelphia, right?
You said, oh, it was filmed
It
in
was set
Philly.
in Philadelphia.
Oh
The
yeah, with Bruce Willis
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
sure.
And the reason why is because the living and the dead are very, Philadelphia is one big cemetery where a lot of lives have been lost for hundreds and hundreds and thousands of years.
Yes.
And the living and the dead live very close to one another here. And
Hmm.
many people have that sixth sense, especially when I see young people growing up here.
Yes.
Man, they be going through that. They be going through that. You know, ones that have
This
a sixth sense.
right, and I promise you, Ross, on everything. This is the question that I want to know. This is what I
Mm,
want to know moving forward. This is what I was pondering
mm,
all strong in.
mm,
There's an artist that I used to listen to named Dex Osama, right? And he had a song called Mama. What was it? He said, well, basically, it was about his mama said that she saw death on him,
mm,
right? I think it was called Death on Me from Dex.
mm,
And he died. He wound up dying out of
mm,
Detroit, right? And when I met the brother, right? And I know it wasn't me because on everything. I'm with my brethren, Aton, right? He calls up another one of our brethren and he gives him the news, right? And the first thing that the brethren said, right, on the phone, he had him on speakerphone. He said, yo, I seen it on him. And that was exactly the same thing that I said. I was like, yo, I seen it on him, but I didn't know what to say. Like, so I'm wrestling with the whole thing about when, and this is some Scorpion shit. If I meet somebody, or if I go into someone's house, or if I'm around somebody and I see death on them, do I tell them or do I keep it to myself? Because at the end of the day, that is a very, because somebody has said something to me years ago. They did a reading and the reading was inaccurate. And to this day, I hold that against that person. I'm like, why did you tell me that shit, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't forget that. So I can't necessarily, I don't want to be the bearer of that type of, because I'm not a reader. I'm not giving nobody their fortune and nothing. But I'm like, do I say something or do I hold it back?
Based on what how you're presenting it, I would say nah, because truth be told, I've observed the angel of death might visit someone, but not take them.
Right. Right.
Certain ones, for whatever reason, they've earned their free will at that time. Like, are you ready to go? The angel of death will ask him, are you ready to go? Nah, all right, pure, and leave,
Right.
Some people are actually thankful and say, yeah, when the angel of death come and give them that opportunity, just how their life played out, they ready to let it go and start over.
Right.
So do you really want to be karmically caught up in something like that? If a man choose to check out or don't check out based on his destiny or based on something you said,
Right.
Yeah. So
right. I was conflicted. I promise you. I was beating myself up like, damn, bro. You was right there, and there was because the brother had a dispensary, so it was really rare that we had time with each other and it wasn't people around.
right.
But the last time that I saw the brother, I stayed there extra long, right? And even when it came time for me to leave, I left the damn trees. They was like, brother, you left what you came here for. But the energy was so crazy that I wasn't even focused on it. You know what I mean? Like something was taking me over and I didn't even focus. You know what I mean? I just was like aloof in a sense. But spirit was heavy on me saying, bro, first of all, get out of there. Second of all, something is going on with this young man's spirit and whatnot. And third of all, you should tell him something. So I didn't want to spook him. I didn't want to say nothing out of order and whatnot. Because like I said, one like me and him was day ones like that. But the brother spirit was so welcoming, and he was so like curious as to what I'm about. Because he was like, damn, you got your aura's crazy, right? And I'm like, shit, you the Buddha genie, bro. You sitting there, you know what I mean? Conducting, like you have a very cool energy. So I wanted to bring him into the fold. So we invited him to our grand opening. I wanted him to come through, right? And he was like, yeah, I'm pulling up and I'm gonna bless the people. And I'm gonna take it from there. And I don't think he was able to do it that night. And then on Friday, today is Monday. Then on Friday, a 15-year-old backdoored him, bro. A 15-year-old. You understand? This man was in his 30s, a little snotty nose, one of these little crash outs, bro. One of these crash outs. So it just has me with my head on swivel. 2025 got my eyes open, got me alert now. I'm paying full attention to this calendar year, this fiscal year, because I'm like, the streets is thirsty, bro. The streets is hurting right now. Just in terms of the lack. Feel me? Just in terms of the and the level of heinous crimes that I'm seeing is convincing me that something has taken over. You know, when they said that the veils was lifted and some type of energy has walked on, is some type of energy or some type of spirit is walking on this earth or this terrestrial plane. I'm beginning to see more of that on a daily basis, bro. Not just in Atlanta, damn near everywhere.
Worldwide.
People are they're losing their fucking morals, and they are crashing out in ways that I've never seen before. You feel me? The crash out is unprecedented.
Yes, I affirm.
You know what I mean? And the streets is hungry. They in a gas station. I'm like, yo, give me 30 on 8. Niggas is looking at me like, this nigga got $30. The crashing out is crazy right now. But we come from, we come from shit like this. You feel me? So it's not like
Mr.
I just
Cosmic Slop. Hey, would you like to dance with me? We're doing the Cosmic Slop.
Slop. Yeah, I just saw that today.
Yeah.
That's crazy that you said
Cosmic
that.
Slop, It's sloppy in the Cosmic Slop.
It's sloppy in the Cosmic Slop.
It is.
Yeah, East 49. I seen that shit with the worker. What is he, UPS or something? He got hit up by a transformer. Crazy. Then they had this shit in New York where somebody pushed somebody on the tracks. Now this happens, right? This was one of the many things that were occurring in the beginning of the year. Then I seen somebody put a picture up and everybody standing with their back against the wall in the subway station now. Usually they be chilling, waiting for the train. Everybody got their back against the wall. So fear, right? 2025 has started out with a fear campaign across many different planes and whatnot. You got planes falling out the sky. I'm scared to fly, my G. I'm driving everywhere right now, right? You got the fog is popping. Niggas is like, yo, run from the fog. Fog is making us sick. You got niggas blowing themselves up in Tesla trucks. You know what I mean? You got people scared to be in crowds and whatnot because if they see a person in a truck staring too crazy, they like, oh shit. They you know what I mean? So the fear campaigns are kind of going up right now. And it just everything that I'm seeing since the 1st of January, I'm just reminded of the conversation that we had and the lecture that we did and the forecast. Because keep in mind, and I've said it before, one of the great things about consciousness is awareness. And to be aware of something is to not get caught by surprise when things happen. So instead of waking up and looking at my timeline and being caught out of, being surprised or caught off guard and whatnot, I'm literally, it's almost like I'm fishing for the news. And when it happens, I'm just catching it in my catcher's mitt because nothing is surprising me anymore. I'm not surprised. You feel me? You help prepare us. So, it is what it is. This is for the observer to observe and to internalize and make sense of and whatnot, not to react in a
You
way
want to
of
run
fight or
that?
flight.
You want to run that me reason on what I think we've been seeing since the 1st of January, and then we could build more on it.
Okay, let me throw this up, y'all.
Places where we come together and how we come.
So this right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is from our December 30th lecture that we had on KTL, right? This was the 9-year, right? That good brother Ross did. Okay, so check this out. This was a 7-hour lecture. He didn't do 7 hours. I was out there being long-winded. He did about 2 hours and whatnot, and I did 5. But let's listen to what Ross was saying.
Come together and when we come together. So that's where the moon is. The moon is being hard influenced by Pluto coming out of the 10th house. So kind of an easy way, almost a cheat code. It's easy to interpret. Women are going to feel the pressure of patriarchy in this Trumpian year with this Pluto moon 10th house, 11th house conjunction, you know? And let me see what I wrote, because this is when I really get deep and pay attention. Pluto conjunction, yeah.
Somebody
Pressure
wanted
on
right.
the inner reality and socially, okay, so pressure on our inner reality is going to be socially and politically driven and maybe patriarchally driven. Yes, question.
Somebody in the audience wanted to know. Charles wanted to know: would social media be the 11th house?
Social media is definitely the 11th house. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Please continue.
All right.
Cooking right now.
All right. So now, the last planet we're going to look at is Venus. Okay. Venus, we're starting this year, is in Aquarius in the 11th house. We talked about this, the 11th house, where the house where we come together.
Mm.
What's the big key word associated to Venus also? In a word we could say, our values. So if you want to know how Venus expresses in your life, ask yourself a simple question. What is most important? So if you can answer that, you have a good relationship with Venus. Some people can ask themselves that question and not know the answer, right? Or they might be in conflict if they're truthful in their answer to themselves, what they really value. Okay? But the way when I look out at the world, right? I look out at society, I look out in our community. Oh, and I even should back up. Let me back up and say, when Venus is in Aquarius, in the 11th house, the question, what really is important? What do we really value during concerning society, societal design? It becomes like, a driving question.
Mm.
Okay? So when I look out at society today and see that Venus is going to be in Aquarius in the 11th house at the beginning of 2025, and I would have to guess or envision how this may manifest, I think it's going to manifest around the issue of homelessness.
Mm.
Okay?
Mm.
Because as it is now, and we have to kind of get out of our soapbox We got to get out of our ideologies. We got to get out of our belief systems for a minute to accept these keywords. So just roll with me, all right? Because I'm not necessarily no communist or I'm not a capitalist. Neither.
Right.
I'm saying they're both usury. Those are two
Right.
forms of usury as far as I'm concerned. Okay? But in this context, I will say in capitalist society, shelter is not a human right.
Damn. Facts.
Okay? So, whether it don't matter who you are, what you do, just because you here don't mean you deserve a shelter in a capitalist society. Is that right? Is that what's really important in social design? I don't know. We're all going to be wrestling with that issue this year. Okay? Now, one of the wilder ways I kind of see this when I'm looking at the world today in 2024 and seeing that Venus is going to be in the 11th house in Aquarius, right? How, in a weird way, this thing might be also manifesting, okay? Because we already see that the issue of homelessness is impacting everybody, okay? What do I mean by that? let's just call them the ultra wealthy, right? Ultra wealthy communities. I'm gonna use two examples. I can use three examples. One is Santa Monica, California, where the rich and the wealthy and the influential own all these beachfront properties, right? But the homeless have encamped out on Santa Monica Beach so deep, so intense. The ultra wealthy out there, they homeland insecurity. They're not in their comfort zone, right?
Yeah.
Let's look at Manhattan
Yes, sir.
and let's look at what they call them, the eateries that had outdoor dining,
Yes.
right? Curbside dining. What was happening? The homeless was begging them so deep,
Right.
they had to shut that down, right? Here in Philadelphia, in Center City, there's a community or neighborhood called Rittenhouse Square, right? It's where, like, let's say you owed money, you big money in Philly, right? And you live in the city and you want to be in that downtown flow. You're gonna live in Rittenhouse Square, right? Well, I was down there recently. You can't walk a half a block without smelling or stepping in some human shit. You
Damn.
know, it's horribly nasty on these city streets because the homeless don't have shelter where
Right.
they can use a bathroom with a level of decency and privacy and hygiene,
Right.
right? So the ultra wealthy are going to be hit with the same question. What's really important concerning social design? And why I bring them up is because the ultra wealthy, probably one of the drivers that motivated them to be ultra wealthy, right? Is so they wouldn't have to deal with issues of homelessness. They wouldn't have to deal with that issue, right? But the omniverse is making it the fabric of space-time. Everybody got to deal with it. What's really important concerning social design over here? You know, should shelter be a basic human right? And why I'm using those beyond just saying advancements fighting homelessness. I'm using specific keywords associated with Venus, Aquarius, in the 11th house that in a capitalist society, right? Shelter will be deemed a human right, or conversation around that will be active this year. Like, will it happen this year? I don't know. But that conversation is going to become relevant.
Mm. Damn, Ross. That was deep. That was definitely deep, my brother. Do you want to
Yes.
expound on what's being said?
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Uh,
That's just a snippet.
I think that's something that we will see as this year unfolds. I have been seeing a lot of news articles
Yes.
appearing about homelessness. I even think that homelessness, like, and I guess the review of 2024, one of the statistics that has come out is that homelessness increased dramatically. You
Yeah,
know,
17%.
yeah, increased dramatically in 2024. And so I think in 2025, with Venus and Aquarius in the
Yes.
11th house, you know, the
Mm-hmm.
issue of homelessness in this society is, affordable housing and uh, shelter,
Right.
the the human right of shelter. you know,
Right.
I do feel that is going to be, and now it's kind of contrary because people don't associate that with Republican
Right.
administrations.
With that administration, right.
But I think it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I think the fabric of space time and the uh, condition of the 11th house domestically, you know, our communities, our societies, where we coming together. This
Mm-hmm.
issue of homelessness is going to make everybody have to think about it. The wealthy, people that they didn't think they ever would have to
Deal with it.
deal with homelessness. They're going to have to deal with it. You know, they don't have family that's homeless. Uh, Homeless encroachment on
Mm-hmm.
their comfort zones in different ways. I also noticed in the stories I saw about 2024 is that a lot of municipalities and a lot of counties had outlawed homelessness.
Yes, they have.
And the Supreme Court actually affirmed they could do that, right?
Yes, they upheld that.
So, how that plays out will be interesting. What is that
Mm-hmm.
really going to mean? What is that going to set the stage for? And how is that going to play out is going to be interesting to observe.
Beautiful. In this age that we live in, where
Now,
there, mhm,
maybe if you can go to that 1 hour and 46 minute, 30 second
I
point,
did.
that was it.
That's what I thought. Yeah, it had passed the 146. Um, I
So
played
maybe
the
I read that joke wrong, but
Well,
I think we've been observing
mm-hmm.
with the events in New Orleans and the events in Las Vegas
Yes, sir.
and the event you were speaking about in New York is Mars in the fourth house.
Okay.
Let's see if let's see if we can find that focus.
Right. Let me pull it up real quick.
All right, because basically what we had said was that issues of homeland security and homeland insecurity were going to be active this year. And domestic use of, like, how power is used domestically,
Mm-hmm.
going to be active keywords. And that might express itself on a couple of scales. One will be, regrettably, I would not be surprised to see an increase in what is called domestic abuse or domestic violence, you know,
Right. You did call that.
in the home, in the domestic front, you know, people's households, right?
Right.
But there is the scale of domestic, you know, the domestic realm is considered your national realm, the realm of your motherland or your fatherland.
Okay.
You know, that's all ruled by your fourth house. So your domestic scene, right? Because
Sir.
I think ultimately we would say the fourth house is your comfort zone, right?
Right.
So you know how your comfort zone is like your bedroom place.
Your man cave.
Right. But now, if your house or your home is not secure
Mm-hmm.
because your community, your society is not secure, and so now you're not safe. Can you be comfortable in your comfort zone and not feel safe? So that's why
Interesting.
that's, you know, why the fourth house rules domestic issues.
Right. Somebody brought this up. Didn't they give immigrants housing? Right. So the whole 2024, what you're talking about, that's what we literally saw with the migrants coming in and getting housing in ways that we've probably never seen in our lifetime. People were bending over backwards. So just because I bring that up, just to say that if we saw that last year and it came out of nowhere and whatnot, it wouldn't be remiss that it can happen again for people who are veterans, you know, down and out on their luck. You know what I mean? If they did it for the migrants, they could do it for the people who are already here, the quote unquote citizens and whatnot. So that's not a far-fetched vision and whatnot. I do want to go to what you were talking about, Mars and fourth house. I want to bring that up.
Please do.
Yeah. It's a little it's back here.
There we go.
There we go. Let me play that for you.
Domestic conflicts. There we go. Troubles in the home, right? But just being real, okay? This is looking at Trump coming in to office and looking at the polarization domestically in the United States, right? This astrological stage for civil war is there.
So you literally called out with that right there everything that has been taking place from the first leading up to where we at right now, because they are emphasizing the fact that both assailants in Las Vegas and in New Orleans are Army personnel, right?
Yes.
Homeland soldiers, and
Yes.
there's homeland insecurity. They're not focusing on outside of the USA right now. They're talking about what's going on inside. And they're also bringing a civil war type of energy to the conversation because homie had the ISIS flag. He was a Muslim. He was this. He was that. And all of this other shit. So they're focusing on the homeland. Fort Bragg has come up in ways that I haven't seen Fort Bragg come up before. They're reviewing all type of shit dealing with Fort Bragg and whatnot. Okay, there was a press conference in New Orleans where the sheriff he broke out of the script. Yeah, he broke script. He was like, "Look, when the investigation is over, I hope the government and the federal government tell you what the fuck happened and not this shit that they're telling you now." He broke script. It was a Kennedy. It was a it's a wrinkled Kennedy. It's not the nigga with the raspy voice. You know, it's one of the other Kennedys. He was talking in a press conference. If anybody knows who the Kennedy is over Louisiana, drop his name. But he broke rank and he said some weird shit that had people like, wait, what? What did he say? Right? Black Zionists. Where can you purchase the end of year review? I'm gonna drop the link right now in the chat. Okay. We're gonna do it at $33 today. I'm gonna look out for everybody, and we're gonna do it at a discount for anybody that gets it tonight and whatnot. Because I really want y'all to benefit off of what the brother was dropping in his dissertation. Can I play more? I'm sorry, you was gonna say something. I'm sorry.
No, please, you can play more.
Okay, let me check this.
The astrological stage for emotion-fueled power struggles domestically is there. And it's going to be manifesting on different scales. So in the home front, you know, one's house, one's palace, and on the community and social front, what I guess they would call civil conflict, you know. So now, another reason why 25 is going to feel like 24. We started 24 with Mercury in the 9th house, Sagittarius retrograde, conjunct Mars. We've spoken on this, right? Well, in the beginning of 25, Mars isn't there and Mercury's not retrograde, but Mercury is again in the 9th house, again in Sagittarius. Okay? So Mercury is direct, but in a detriment house and sign. And I've already talked about how when Mercury's in the 9th house, it's like somebody's on their soapbox. When Mercury's in the 9th house, that's like you on top of a mountain with a beautiful 180 vista in front of you, and somebody hands you some small print on a contract with a pen saying, sign now. You know, Mercury's not well placed. It's in a detriment house in the 9th house. Okay. But I think one way, looking at the international scene, right? And Trump coming in. I think one of the ways this is going to manifest the most is that world leaders are going to have to get off of their soapboxes. Your ideology, what you believe in, what's your dogma, right? You're going to have to step outside of that to be really diplomatic. That there might be an opportunity where world leaders are at the same table, where it would be in the best interest of everyone at the table for them to sit down and work stuff out, right? But the world leaders are going to be in their bag. They're going to be in their ego. They're going to be in their ideologies, what they believe in. I ain't no communist. I'm not no capitalist. I'm not no Muslim. I'm not no Jew. I'm not no Christian. You know, they're going to be in their bag, right? And it's going to impede diplomacy. That door is there. So world leaders this year are going to have the opportunity to grow and evolve to a more selfless being.
Check this out, right? That you brought that up, okay? And you spoke about world leaders, right? And we know today is a monumental day in the news. You know, today will for the Canada family. Shout out to my man's in them and T Dot. You know, today is the day that the prime minister stepped down. Okay,
Yes, saw that.
monumental shift of affairs and whatnot.
Right.
I don't. I've heard rumors of him being Castro's son.
Right.
And
I
things of
heard
that
those
nature.
same rumors.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But he folded and whatnot, and he stepped down. I remember him being prime minister for the longest. You feel me?
Yeah, maybe he wasn't ready to get out of his bag.
Like you would, yeah, you know what I mean? Or maybe he had to hop in and
I'm gonna just excuse myself.
well, this thing that yeah, and this pressure, right? I'm not saying that it started with Trump, but it was definitely accelerated when Trump said that he wanted to turn Canada and absorb Canada into the USA and whatnot. For some reason, that turned Canadians against the prime minister.
Right.
Feel me?
Right. Well,
And his ass is out. Oh, they said he got
we
ousted
had
for
talked
having
off
lab.
camera about some other things that are going on internationally.
Yeah.
And I'm not really ready to be able to, it's like I can't articulate it yet in a way that I'm ready to talk about it beyond just off camera. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Trudeaus, who are of French lineage in
Yes.
Canada, this might play out in a deeper way.
Yes, yes, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. So
all eyes on France.
yeah, exactly. And
All eyes on France.
we have to remember that NAFTA, right? We have to look at what's going on with the relationship between Mexico, the United States, and Canada in the context of NAFTA also.
For sure.
That
It's for sure.
The idea of tariff-free trade, open borders. It's like they want to close the borders to humanity, but open the borders for trade. And Trump appears to not be aligned with that intention. And Trudeau was a kind of supporter of NAFTA,
Yeah.
So
is that a Clinton thing?
Policy level, that could be like some of the pressures that are creating what we see. and we have to factor those policy levels in, you know?
Facts. It was brought to my attention that he did blackface, same as Aubrey Graham. You know, I guess that's a thing for these Canadian people. But yeah, he was a character on the world stage for all of these months. I think his successor, if my memory serves me correct, anybody in the building from Canada, is his successor far right, or are they in the middle? I believe it's somebody on the far right, though, if my research serves me correct.
Mm.
Okay. You said that if we buy Canada, I think it would be devastating to our economy.
Mm.
Wow. I think we should absorb all the women from Toronto.
Ah,
Yeah, that'll do us good. But I don't know about all of Canada. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but Canada is ruled by the British Crown. That's under the control of Charles. You know what I mean?
well, salute Canaan land Moors,
Yeah. Salute to Canaan land.
you know, honor to them brethren. And they probably have good insight into what's unfolding now, you know?
For sure, for sure.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
dig?
yeah. Salute my brethren
Salute.
up there, holding it down.
You know, I'm gonna do more research and dig a little bit deeper. Do you want to go further with this year in review thing that you was busting down, or is that was good enough?
Well, I'll just mention, since you shared that, with
Mhm.
Mercury in the ninth house is Sagittarius. International, because ninth house and Sagittarius both rule international relations, right?
Yes.
All things foreign. And sad to say, Mercury doesn't usually express well as a planet when it's in that house or sign, right?
Okay.
It's called a detriment placement. And so the world stage, world leaders on the world stage are going to have to get out of their bags this year, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And the personal growth, development, and evolution of world leaders
Yes.
and how they cognate and how they problem solve, I think that's going to be an interesting thing to observe this year, especially when you throw in the Trump factor, right?
Right.
Uh, it's just going to be, that's going to be an interesting dimension with where Mercury is, you know?
Right. Right.
Yes. So,
So things to look forward in that regards would be
hmm. Well, I guess what we might, if we put a relative value, right?
yeah.
Some positive ways we may see it manifest is, I kind of alluded to it in the section you recorded that you played, right?
Yes.
That world leaders will get out of their bag. They'll get off their soapbox.
Okay.
They'll transcend their ideologies that define who they are. You know, I'm a capitalist, or I'm a communist, or I'm a Muslim, or I'm a Jew, or, you
All
know,
of that. Right. Right.
they'll be able to, like, kind of get out of that box a minute
Okay.
and sit
Get
down and really do something meaningful and
meaningful.
productive
Right.
for the world, you know? If we
Dope.
were to put a relative judgment, or like that would be a good way to see that manifest, right?
Yes, sir.
The
It's not far fetched.
inverse of that is like a Benjamin Netanyahu just unleashed,
Right.
like unfettered,
Unfettered. Right.
just doing or saying whatever uh he's
Comes
in
to
his
mind.
bag,
Right. He's in
you
that bag.
know, and acting in a way that prevents meaningful solutions, even for himself, like to his own detriment.
Right. Crashing out.
Yeah, like, wow, I should have got out of my bag and dealt like drew upon my humanity, collective
Right.
humanity.
Well, that's been
And look,
proven.
and I didn't.
Yeah.
And look at the situation I've created, you
Right.
know,
Right.
so that
Because as we
you know
know, that
that
has
would
not.
be a
Mhm.
manifestation of it that we might regret seeing,
Beautiful.
Yes.
And because if there were any time for BB to act a fool, it would be underneath Trump's second presidency, especially with the way that he's moving right now, with the
Well,
way that he's
now
consolidated power.
that's so interesting because my interpretation of things we have been observing in recent years with Benjamin Netanyahu is that during the first Trump term, they had personal conflict.
They did.
Trump and Netanyahu did not get along personally.
Right.
And because of that, Trump offered Netanyahu a lot of resistance and not a lot of support.
Yes.
But they have aligned goals, you know,
They have.
and so that was a complexity
Yes.
that they had to work through. And it created a situation where when I guess Netanyahu foresaw paying attention to the United States elections, that wow, Trump is going to get back in. He
Yeah.
wanted to kind of take advantage of Joe Biden and did a lot of things that he probably wouldn't been able to do under a Trump presidency.
Right.
And I think some of the glaring examples of that was that Benjamin Netanyahu went and addressed Congress directly
Directly.
in
Yep.
2024. I don't think he would have been able to do that under a Trump executive
Administration.
office or Trump Secretary of State, you know?
Right.
And a lot of his uh, violating of what we would call international law and international morality with the United States providing a what you say like a unlimited
Checkbook.
yeah.
Budget.
I don't know if that would have occurred during the Trump administration as well. And
Right.
so it will be interesting to see how Benjamin Netanyahu, like I think he's going to be curtailed in a Trump
Mm.
administration, right?
A leash on them.
Uh just as well as the Ukrainian conflict. And who's the boy in Ukraine?
Zelensky.
Zelensky. I think he's going to be curtailed as well.
More so for me, I see him getting sat down faster than BB.
Mm.
the is it real situation to me it's gonna be exasperated only because of the power players that I see in the Trump administration with Elon and Trump
Mm.
and their connections with their mega donors. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Miriam Adelson, right? Being one of the biggest mega donors and she being a war hawk. So as long as they get that the third temple
Yes.
constructed,
Yes.
and as long as they're able to fulfill biblical prophecies, because ultimately outside of politics, right, the
Right.
politics things is one thing, they have to
But building that
continue,
third temple and fulfilling
right,
revelations
that
for the
right,
new Jerusalem, the new temple and the new Jerusalem, that
that's
is
right,
a driving. That's when you say, when I said earlier that Benjamin Netanyahu and Donald Trump have aligned goals, that's actually what I was speaking of.
right.
And
A line goes, there you have, there you go.
they have aligned goals, which
Yes
is
sir.
to get this third temple and, you know, make Jerusalem the Jewish capital of the
Capital,
world.
right. And they want to go from better Israel to greater.
Mm,
That's the, you know what I mean? So all of
yeah.
that
So they
absorbing
have
of,
aligned goals, and it'll be interesting to see how, if if they can grow beyond their personal conflict to work together on those
work
aligned
together
goals,
for
or
sure.
how their personal conflicts will maybe prevent their aligned goals from manifesting, or manifesting in the timeline they want to, because that's just as
Hmm.
important, you know. So
Yes, sir.
yeah. That's going to be interesting to witness.
Very much so. Very much so. Damn. Interesting. 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 What a time to be aligned.
Mm,
You
mm,
know,
mm.
what a time to be aligned. You feel me? You know, to
Yes.
witness these things play out, you know, and to be able to make sense of it. That's one thing. Cause man, oh man, to be in a blind right now is literally it hurts. I'm sure that I'm sure it's painful
Mm,
to be blind right now. It has to be. It has to be painful.
mm.
Were they able to sacrifice the red heifers? To my knowledge, no. When that happens, that will be a world. They can't do that underneath and just bury that. That's gonna be world news only because that's the fulfillment of the biblical prophecies. They're not going to allow that to just be swept under the rug. That is going to cause more conflict in the Middle East when they sacrifice those red heifers. But if there's any administration that would allow some shit like that to go down, it will be this pro-Zionist administration that's coming in, because it's not just Trump who's in office; it's the evangelical Christians who really have nudged their way into the power position. You know, they're up in there. These very radical, very bloodthirsty evangelicals. They're back in the building right now. So, you know, it's just gonna be you know, pay attention, but be able to know what it is that you're seeing. So because the mainstream media is doing a spin job on everything, and
Mm.
you will get caught up in the spin if you are not aware of the fact that they're spinning everything. They're not giving you, yeah, they're not giving you anything up front. Yeah, the evangelical Christians of America, for anybody who's not familiar with their their nighttime job, their nighttime job is throwing on those white sheets. Those are the ones who basically were committing homeland terrorism in the name of quote unquote their God. You know what I mean? Their gods. And yeah, you know.
And another historical figure to research that shows the relationship between United States governmental policy uh, and our relationship with is it real?
Is it? Right.
And its connection to evangelical Christianity.
Yes.
His name is Elias Boudinot.
Like,
Elias Boudinot, Boudinot. He was a founding father, signer of the Declaration, and all of those. He was actually the president of the Continental Congress that kind of oversaw the signing of the Treaty of Paris and the peace treaty with Great Britain. Okay, so he's an important founding father.
very.
Okay, but he wrote a book called A Star in the West. Very important.
Okay. A Star in the West. Let me write
Star in
that
the
down.
West is very important.
A Star in the West or the Star in
Star
the
in the
West?
West.
Okay, Star in the
Because
West.
it basically reveals.
Oh,
He
him.
basically says, "Hey, you know what? These Native Americans, these
Oh, the
black
Hebrew
people
Israelite.
bringing over here,
Oh,
these
the
are the
tribe.
lost tribes of Israel. These are the
Mm.
ones that are really prophesized to
Okay.
create the New Jerusalem. Let's incorporate them in our army and take over the Holy Land with their providence."
With their blessings
Yeah, so this is why Chief Tammany is the patron saint of the United
of the
States.
United
He's paying
States.
these boys, Elias Boudinot,
Right.
okay? A star in the West is very important.
We're gonna
Okay?
have to do a whole show on that, Ross. God
Yeah, we
damn.
can do that. I'd be honored.
Yeah, we're gonna have to because I'm invite that's for my FBAs and a lot of my brothers and sisters who are rediscovering, their quote unquote their place in the Americas,
Mm,
right?
mm,
So that angle that you just mentioned of the native tribes being the lost tribes and whatnot, a lot of people are not really talking about that. A lot of people are not really having that conversation. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, very, very timely to kick that off. What's your feelings about this bird flu? We got the damn bird flu coming back up in this thing.
get your elderberry tea. Get
You
your
heard that?
echinacea. Do your parasite cleanse. You know, yeah. Like boost up your immune system because the reality is that thing they called COVID, right?
Mm-hmm.
That ran through my house, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and it showed me that even if you're paying attention to your immune system, these new things that they're creating out of labs,
Right.
you
Yeah.
so strengthen your immune system as much as possible,
Right.
is and stay hydrated.
Here's a
Uh,
question.
what they call it, the microbiome of your
Microbiome of your immune system.
intestines
Right.
is very important.
Yeah, gut health.
So, what they call the probiotics and the prebiotics. Make sure you're introducing that into your, lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of those things are important.
I agree. I'm in full agreement. They have this mystery illness going around, and I really, for the life of me, I don't like getting into the fear mongery. You feel me? But there is a mystery illness going around, and people are getting sick. They're getting nauseous. There's a lot of people are throwing up. I had got struck down. What day was it? It was a day. I don't remember when it was, but it was just for 24 hours. But I had a stomach virus. You feel me? It started
Yeah,
out
I've
with
been
a little
observing.
migraine and shit.
I've avoided that, but I've observed people who have this season right through here have had a quick stomach virus.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that shit was passing through. Like right after Thanksgiving, people were starting to get smacked up.
Yeah.
So they had, I'm not saying that that's the bird, but there's some shit out there. And then that's before the mist and the fog. So they said after the
Mm,
fog hit, people was getting sick off of that. There might be some chemicals in the fog and whatnot.
mm, mm, mm.
Um, so yeah, so it's a lot of shit. You know what I mean? It's a
Yeah,
lot
it
of stuff.
is.
So
It
I would highly encourage the family to get into more preventative care, like Ross Ben was saying. You want to stack your immune system up right now. You just want to be prepared and prepped.
Yes.
Um, Somebody said, was it that turkey?
Ah,
Yeah, shit. You know what I mean? Like it was
that's where the
something.
bird flu came from, the
Yeah,
turkey, right?
yeah.
Makes
You
sense.
feel me? Makes sense. Like some going on. They got salmonella. People getting struck down. They was McDonald's was catching bodies
Mm,
recently, a few months ago, right around the time when they rolled out the Casanet Big Mac. They was catching bodies, and you know it's just that time of the year. We are in the winter seasons. Really, theoretically speaking, we're in the winter season where so it is time to detox. It is time to kind of like, build up the immune system. So we're not off brand right now. We're not out of our time. So even though we observe people falling sick and it's really for those of us that are the healers to be on alert so you could get active and whatnot. It's not necessarily saying that it's going to happen to those of us that are out there. I feel like our minds are so strong, and that is a part of our immune system and our gut biome and whatnot. However, we can never be too safe and whatnot. So if you're in the building tonight and you're reading the chat, or if you watch this on a replay, go and look at the live chat because they drop in all kind of information inside of the chat on how to get right. You feel me? On how to get right. So I would highly suggest for the fellas, please get in the gym. Don't be idle and whatnot in the winter months. We should be working, you know what I mean? We should be breaking sweats. We should be in the sweat lodges
mm, mm,
inside of
mm,
the gym. If
mm,
they have a
mm.
sauna, you got to sweat these toxins out. Um, a little detox won't hurt. You see my brother Yaki Awaken. He went crazy. He lost about 70 pounds on this month.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like
Wow.
he literally slimmed up to whereas he was blue pills weight.
Wow.
Blue was like 140. He went down about 140. And he was like, he pooped out a lot of stuff. He got rid of a lot of parasites. He's not on Ozempic. He's on the natural stuff. You feel me? He's doing it naturally and whatnot. And if that's something that y'all are encouraged because people were following his lead and whatnot, I feel that it doesn't take anything away from anyone who wants to maintain a certain type of healthy regimen.
Ashe. Salute. Great example of how to live. Thank you.
Thank you, my good brother.
I'm
Ladies.
speaking to the brother.
Oh, yes, the good brother
Yaki. Thank
Yaki.
you.
Yeah.
Salute.
For
Thank you for
sure.
the example of how to live and be vital in
You already. Shout
2025.
out to Blue for showing
Yes,
everybody that
salute.
gym life,
Salute.
you know what I mean, and what it takes to bust ass, pause, and getting in a
Mm,
gym early in the rising and whatnot,
mm.
sacrifice all of that sleep to get the temple strong. Shout out to KT for his demonstrations and what he's been bringing and whatnot. I
Yes.
remember he was bringing the duck flower to the community. Now that's something that I don't, I used to have Cascara Sagrada. Remember, have you ever had Cascara
Yeah.
Sagrada?
Yeah. Familiar.
That's what Sabian them used to put us on. That shit will gripe your stomach, right? I don't never want to have that again, bruh. I promise you. If
Yeah.
I you feel what cramps feel like, I promise you. When
Yeah.
you do,
I'm familiar. Yeah.
yeah, the cat and we was doing the Cascara, the liquid bottle that tastes super bitter. Like even a teaspoon is gonna rock your taste buds and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah. I
but
think
the
that's the second most bitter thing you
between
can consume that's
yeah,
not a poison.
right. Wormwood is something else. That
Yeah.
elderberry got a little taste to it, but
Yeah.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
Cascara Sagrada is a mother, boy. But it will
Yeah. It is.
clean you out.
Cascara's no joke.
No joke. So shout out to everybody on that health path right now, getting everything right because you want to be very clear. They outside playing games right
Mm,
now.
mm, mm,
And
mm, mm,
there's
mm,
no telling that RFK Jr. finna come to you niggas
mm,
rescue. We don't know what the Trump administration is finna bring.
mm.
Feel me? So just
But RFK says some things I like to hear, to be honest.
yeah, I don't know if he's gonna save us all though.
Yeah,
They
you're right.
said they
Yeah, I
said
mean, I
something,
don't expect him to save anybody, but
but just his energy alone though is a good thing. It's a good
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
You
it's a
feel me?
reflection. I think it's a reflection of the amount of people who want to take responsibility for their own health, don't want to be entrapped in the system of allopathic medicine,
For sure.
and want policy changes to reflect that. That's
Right. New
So
paradigm.
yeah,
New paradigm.
he's shifting the paradigm. So you know, I
Hmm.
don't know what will come out of it, but I'm inspired by what I see,
Mm,
and the
for
fact
sure.
that he is a Kennedy and the legacy of the Kennedys,
Right.
that he's a what you might call a Democrat. I don't get into the Republican Democrat thing, but I pay attention, right?
Right.
The fact that he's a Democrat Kennedy on Trump's team speaking the truth about wellness and vaccines and allopathic medicine. I'm inspired.
Hmm.
I'm inspired. I'm
Right.
excited to see how it's going to unfold. You know,
Dope.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Intricate mode. Yes, we do have 4 vendor spots open. So all you got to do is reach out to the item and we will secure your spot. Pardon me, Ross. I don't mean to
No,
cut your
it's fine.
wisdom. You wonder if the Kennedy family is a bleached Irish. Yeah, I believe, aren't they? Are they from Ireland? Yaki got me on celery, apples, parsley, and cilantro juice. Oh,
Mm,
you drinking cilantro?
mm.
You different.
That sounds like some electromagnetic blood right there.
You sound like you could pour that into the goddamn DeLorean.
Uh,
The shit that they was going back in the future with and take a trip.
yeah,
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 that's different.
yeah.
That's different. But yeah, family, we winding it down. We are winding it down. We are at the 1 hour 44 mark. Like I said, Brother Rich has a powerful show at 9:30 tonight.
Mm,
If you want to go over there and rock out, you know what I mean, extend your Monday. This one is going to be monumental. Blue Pill, Valentine, Sister Myra,
wow.
Billy, and a few other Cambada, few other people. There's a big announcement about an upcoming event that the good brother is throwing. So tap into that. You feel me? And you know how we do on this side. Oh, I do have to remind you that we are doing the replay that I just played at 7 hours. This is it right here. This is going to be available
Come out
only
of
today
themselves.
at the low. We're going to do it at $33. You know what I mean? We went in. We went deep with it. I promise you. This is a study guide. You feel me? This is a study guide. 7 hours. Okay, 7 hours. We tapped in. Me and the good brother Ross, and we were surrounded by some beautiful KT aliens and whatnot. They was giving us big energy. So if you missed it, please go ahead and grab it because the information is given right now. All right. The good brother gave you a calendar on how to prepare your 2025. He gave you insight and he broke it down with the chart. You know what I mean? He gave you the science. He didn't just give you how he feels, he show improved and whatnot. And his teachings are coming true right now. His teachings are right and exact right now in this very moment and whatnot. They're manifesting. So I only could say what I've been saying is that you're a legend. You feel me? And I
Love
really
yourself, brother.
appreciate love you, man.
I'm gonna love yourself. Salute. When I grow up, I'm gonna be like you. All right.
Hey, calm that down. So, do you have any last words that you want to leave the family with, the familia?
Well, Happy New Year, as they say, right?
Yeah.
Love, honor, respect, prosperity, abundance, open doors to everyone. May the Most High, ancestries, and angels be to your left and your right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because this is perilous times we're in, you know, but our personal relationship with the Most High
They done know.
secures the protection of the angels and ancestors, keep us on our purpose. And so, to all, love, honor, and respect. Steady on your good works. When I grow up, I'm going to be like you. And guidance and protection for this, what they call year. Yes, I.
For this calendar year. And everything that he said, that's what I'm saying. Everything Rock said, man. You know what I mean? Y'all good up in this. We gonna ride this thing like we've been riding it for years upon years. You know what I mean? It's we are all in the quote unquote proverbial Nebuchadnezzar traveling through time and space. You feel me?
Right.
Pointing out certain things that we see outside the window and whatnot. And it's all good.
It's all
Because
good.
as long as you can learn from it, you can earn from it.
Hey, what does my man George Clinton say? He said, "Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic slop. It's sloppy in the cosmic slop.
Sloppy in the
but
cosmic
it's fun
slop.
and it's funky."
Question: did they do a follow-up to that movie? Because what happened with all them black people that they took up off the planet in that movie? So does somebody need to write the Cosmic Slop Part 2? You know what I'm saying? When you really think about it, they took all them black, they took every single melanated person off of America into the spaceships and whatnot. I just want to know what happened to them. God damn it. You know? Look, they done beamed them up. They done beamed Ross Ben up on the damn spaceship. We didn't even get to get the last question in. You know what I'm saying? The drones came and got him. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you want this hat? Yeah, reach out. Reach out. We got the Naga hats on deck. You know what I'm talking about? We got them on deck. But you got to reach out to me for these. These are customs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, did they drop us back off? Shit, we live in what once again. this is what this. All right, so check this out. This is what we're gonna be exploring in this upcoming class with Spin City. This AI class, this 4-week accelerator that we got. This 4-week workshop for my creatives out there. Let's get on Kling and Sora and make the motherfucking Cosmic Slop Part 2. Let's use the AI to do the Cosmic Slop. Oh, here you go.
I got too funky form. They knocked me offline. They was like, yo, Ross, man,
like,
you get
nah,
too funky
yeah,
up here.
like going in.
I got a little too funky form, you know?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You know,
I don't have nothing else to say other than love.
Yes.
Love. I love you all.
We love you too.
I'm gonna be like y'all.
Look, Ross, we're gonna do Cosmic Slop Redux. Cause that move, you know what I mean? I don't they took out, they beamed our people up. We need to see what the fuck took place when they come back. That's what I want to see. So yeah, that was fire. You know what I mean? Cosmic Slop. Shout out to George Clinton and them. They legends.
All right. KT Aliens, love, honor, and respect.
Peace, love, and light to the family. We will see you. We will see you on Techno Tuesdays with my good brother Spin City tomorrow, and then on Wednesday we're starting class January the 8th. That's the first class of a 4-week workshop with the accelerated AI, and we're gonna be talking about all of the video models that they have. Everything. I'm talking about this, bro. Tap in tomorrow to class. You'll see crazy. The technology, crazy. I promise you. With that being said, peace, love, and light, y'all. All right. Stay dangerous. You dig? Rise in power, my nigga Buddha. Buddha Genie. You know what I mean? Rise in power, King. Peace.
Red, blue, purple light. Red, blue, purple light, friends, facts. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Red and blue, purple light, friends, facts. You can get to know the letter, sacrilegious Sunday to Melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego. Then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.